Testing, testing. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So how many of you here? We only have 13, 12. Yeah, still waiting. Anis ada Anis. Anis belum ada. Avinash? Not yet. Never mind, we just wait for them first. Okay, I think because we don't want to put any delay, I think most of you already here. Okay, so I can when I look at the names, I think like a representative from all four groups. I mean, like at least you guys represent. You can represent all groups. Maybe we can, without any delays, maybe we can invite group one to present your BMC, and then maybe I can, yeah, highlight if you have any problem with it, and then we can go through. Okay, great stuff.
Right, sure, doctor. Let me upload the screen. Okay, share the screen here first.
Sure, sure.
Doctor, can you see the screen now?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So I'll be starting now. Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, doctor and everyone. So for group one, I'll be starting from our value proposition first. So first and foremost, we are aiming to provide guarantee for safety for every trip for in the road user, and then we eases the journey, and then we are also providing user-friendly interface on the platform itself, and it will be easier to retrieve footage or evidences required for insurance claim. And then we are also aiming to build a road user-friendly community, which gathers all of the road users to allow them to share information and etc. And then we also provide convenient access to facilities such as insurance and JPJ. So who are our customers? Basically all the smartphone users, the road user, and most importantly, Malaysian. And geographically, we are covering urban and rural citizens and social economy, smartphone users regardless age. So how do we provide channels to all these targeted consumers? By campaigns, awareness, and they are able to obtain our app from Apple or Android App Store. And then we're also promoting through FB and IG ads, and then through collaboration with government sector in awareness ads video. And then how do we maintain our customer relationship? Is that we enhance features, more accurate and speedy updates. Plus, we are also allowing license renewal services from JPJ, etc. And then we also collaborate with other platforms such as Grab, Shopee to provide vouchers for loyal users. And then we also come out with adhesive programs such as ranking system for users, and rewards will be based on the ranking. And for statement number 4, we are now removing it from our services because our group has come to an agreement that we are not going to gain any benefit from the consumer when they are doing insurance claiming, because this is not so good because they are in need. And then we are also allowing clients to get access to suitable insurance plan. So how do we do this? We are actually doing this with partnership with JPJ, insurance agencies, MKN, science and multimedia department. And then what are the key activities we are doing is that we'll be starting off with programming the platform, and then we'll be doing ads and continuous engagement with potential and end users through social medias and on-field activities. And then we are also doing negotiations, discussion with other agencies and platforms for collaboration. Next, continuously studying about policies of insurance, mechanism of work in public safety in government sectors. And last but not least, platform security check and maintenance. The key resources we need is that we need a physical office, physical booth for on-field activities, and then funding for in terms of financial, for intellectual property, the platform itself, and then human resources, most importantly, is the programmers and customer services. So basically, how our platform generates revenue is that we are providing ads, because the big direction of our platform is that we are going towards a community like social media to allow users to share the information, all that. So since we are having the traffic, so we will be utilizing the traffic to do ads. And then we also be doing VIP subscription to unlock more features, for example, showing alternative route. And then we are also taking commission from insurance agencies for insurance deals. And then we also accept commission from JPJ for allowing JPJ services online. So to get all these revenues, the cost structure that we need is that for development and maintenance of platform, ads to promote our platform, and then salary for the workers. Third-party payment gateway is another thing that consumes money also. And then last but not least, office rental and utilities bill. And that marks the end of my presentation for our group traffic app. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Hoshen. So maybe I open for any question if you have one. I have question. Okay, so can you scroll down a little bit? I just want to ask you a few things about revenue stream. So
Okay.
in revenue stream you put ads. So is it like you are providing a platform for whoever want to advertise their things?
Yeah, because the big direction of our platform is that we are moving into, we are targeting to build a platform like a social media to gather all the road users to share the information like that. So since we are having the traffic, so yeah, we utilize it to make ads for other businesses lah, to allow other businesses to promote their business.
Okay. So and then number four, I'm a little bit confused. So commission for from JPJ for allowing JPJ services, because you I mean like you need their help, isn't it?
Um,
How?
Now I think we changed the direction already, because with reference of to we are looking at other facilities like TMB and also the banks, and you can see the e-wallet, all that they are allowing payment of the utility bills through the app or the bank system itself. So I believe there must be something like commission or mutual benefits from there. So why not we adapt it and we use it to collaborate with JPJ? So in such cases, we help JPJ to reduce the cases where people forgot to renew their license, to pay their road tax. And then the second one is that we help them to get all this payment on time. And then
Oh,
we just take some little bit of commission from there only lah.
okay. Now I understand it clearly. So it means like you want to incorporate with JPJ that you are offering something that JPJ can benefit to make to connect between the community and JPJ easier through your platform, right? Yeah, okay. So
Yes.
kind of like payment gateway. So where they all these like payment gateway, for example, like CIMB Bank through all this Grab, and then they give they
Mm.
have the fee subscription fees as well. So then yeah, the
Mm.
company make money. Okay, that's good. Okay, I have no other. Okay, cost structure number 5. Third party payment gateway, is it what does it mean?
Okay, for this one, right, for platform like for the app that I previously did with Hafiz, they told me that third-party payment gateway, this is another thing that consumes money. Like for each transaction, they are it's either we subscribe their package, or they deduct a certain fees from each transaction. So this is another thing that consumes cost also uh, in each of our transaction also. But this
Okay.
is more towards variable lah.
Again, because I'm a little bit confused with your product that you offer. I mean, like your offerings. So, which part that they need, the user need to do transaction?
JPJ payment, and
Oh,
then now we are allowing, yeah, JPJ, and then like we are also allowing consumers to buy insurance, all that. Since now we are also working together with insurance agency, we help them to sell their insurance plan, all that lah.
it's like my EG kind of things, is it?
I'm not quite sure how my AG works.
Okay, okay, that's fine.
Mm.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there any other question from other members to group one? No. Okay. Thank you very much, group one. Okay, it's very
Thank you,
clear.
doctor.
Okay, and then can we have group two to present what you have discussed for the past 2 hours?
Good afternoon, doctor and all. Can you see my screen?
Yes, you can see.
Okay, doctor. So now my team member and I would like to begin our presentation. So the first thing is value propositions. So our first value proposition is to prevent road trauma afflicted to people, cars, road and road equipment. For example, on the people. So by reducing the number or preventing accidents, we can prevent traumas like fear of driving on either the victims, witnesses, or other road users. Another example is that we can prevent vehicle, road, and road equipment damages, which in turn saves money. Besides that, by preventing accidents and providing alternative routes during traffic jams, which is one of the feature in our app, we can also save people's time as it is one of the most precious resources that we have. Then the next value proposition is that quick medical services to at-risk people. Since our app like monitors the health and, like, for example, a heart rate of like at-risk people. So this the location of that person or the driver can be sent to the medical staff or medical department as fast as possible. Thus, their lives can be saved. And finally, our value proposition is that this app provides more security and safer routes. So moving on to the customer segment. First, our targeted customer is road users. It includes all pedestrians and uh, other road users as well. Next is people with health problems, and the last one is drunk drivers. The channels to that we would like to use to promote our app is YouTube ads, billboards, Facebook ads, and also digital advertising through Google or televisions. And for customer relationships, we would like to maintain like our relationship with our customers by constant upgrades and addition of new features, and also by giving bonus rewards upon reaching certain points to the customers who are frequently using the app. Yeah. So now I would like to pass the floor to Rana.
All right, so our key partners are the government authorities in charge of the roads. For instance, if our app is to notify the proper authorities if the road is damaged or not, so that they can come and repair it for everyone's safety. E-hauling companies, we're gonna plan to partner with Grab to provide e-hauling services for drunk drivers to prevent them from driving while drunk. And then hospitals. In the case there is an accident or an at-risk person happen to get into a critical condition, then we'll notify the nearest hospital nearby. All right, then we go on the key activities. Firstly, we have app development, since we have to develop the app in the first place. Secondly, reporting to the authorities or government, as mentioned before. E-hauling services for drunk drivers, as mentioned before. Providing medical services via through hospitals. Notifying the hospital and ambulances. Okay. And furthermore, we make sure to locate, find missing drivers after accidents. And furthermore, we provide alternate routes during a traffic jam or accidents to people who are perhaps running late for work or school. And then we have key resources such as app developer. We need an app developer. We need a capital in order to pay that app developer. We need an office, HQ, company building, whatever you call it. Um, admin department, which does the administration tasks and registration for the users that keep the users database server and server workers to ensure our app, app servers are running smoothly. Cab and cab drivers, which are being provided by the e-hauling services as mentioned. Customer service department, they moderate the Google reviews and our feedback form. We will have a feedback form implemented in the app, which users can ask for certain features or ask to fix certain issues. Um, Furthermore, we will have obviously computer and electronic gadgets in order to facilitate the development of this app and this whole process. And finally, we have the HR department, which will do all the recruitment work and seeking out additional employees that we needed in this venture. Finally, we have the course structure, which is, of course, the salary for all our employees, utilities, electric bill, so on, rental for that office and building, equipment, which, as mentioned before, the computer, electronic gadgets, and the marketing costs, since we're going to pay for the advertisements, obviously. And then we have revenue streams, which are, since our app is a paid monthly subscription, that's one of our main revenue streams. We're going to have a monthly subscription. And included with that monthly subscription, we have a premium plan on top of it. This premium plan is a bit different, is that if the users like what they see from the monthly subscription, then they can go for the premium plan where they can get features, early features that are not added in earlier. Like new features, you'll get it much earlier. So basically, it's a bonus. And I think that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Group 2. I have like a few questions before I open to the floors. Okay, first of all, I was thinking of, I want to comment like a few things. First, in your revenue stream. So you are promoting, you are suggesting to have monthly subscription, right? And then another is premium plan. So if, if people are comfortable with a monthly subscription, it is very hard to get your customer to change into premium plan because they already satisfy whatever amount that they have paid, and then they think that that's it. So then you cannot get much, I mean, like profit from the premium plan. So I think you need to re-strategize, or I'm not sure how it works, but you have to think of something else, because unless they have free services. For example, first, they don't need to pay anything, but everything is restricted, like what you have in whatever that I introduced you to do this BMC using the website. So then they only provide you with 5 notes, and then if you sign up, and then you get another 50, but if you want more, and then you can pay for the premium. So there will be like starting premium and so on. But if you have like from the beginning they have to pay, and then you want them to upgrade, it's not that easy, unless first they have trial, and then straight away go for payment, I mean, like premium. That another thing. Maybe you can re-strategize again if you still want this plan to work. Maybe there are some strategies that you can highlight that is very convincing, that people will definitely change, and then you will get like lots of profit from the premium as well, not only from the monthly subscription. Okay, another comment that I can highlight here is about your customer segment. When you put there drunk drivers, it looks like you are promoting those who drunk can drive. So this is like totally against the rule in not only in Malaysia, in other countries, because we don't, I mean, like, we don't encourage people who drunk to drive. Okay, so if you have like other terminology, I understand what you mean with this. I mean, like, this is a solution for those who, you know, who drink alcohol or consume alcohol, and then when they want to get back, or they want to, you know, then something can help with these apps, right? But we are not really promoting drunk drivers. What do you think about this?
Oh yeah, the word choice for the drunk drivers is actually wrong. It's more like we're targeting drunken individuals is more like it. People who cannot drive home, or else they yeah.
Okay. People are not permitted to drive or something like that, you know. It's not like drunk drivers, it's like you encouraging people. Okay, if you know, you're drunk, then you can use this app. Okay, any other question from other members from the floors? No questions? Okay, good. Okay, there's one question from Cho Pei Yun. Okay, what are the e-hailing companies that you want to partner with?
For now, we will go for Grab because it's the main e-hailing company that everyone uses. But in the future, we will partner with other e-hailing companies because there are other e-hailing companies other than Grab. So we want to make let's say, the options more varied. Because in case Grab is busy, then another e-hailing company can step in.
Can you list down what are the e-hailing companies that we have? Or if we don't have, if we want to promote it in other countries, or maybe you can list out what are the e-hailing companies available in the market.
Honestly, I only can remember there was another e-hailing company named SO Car. I'm not sure what's the exact name for it. Other than that, I don't know if Uber is still in use here because Uber is widely used everywhere else.
Micah, perhaps? Grab Micah.
Okay. Uber, unfortunately, we don't have Uber in Malaysia, in Southeast Asia. So, I mean, like, they already joined with Grab. But in other country, they have like Go Taxi. You know, there are lots of name. So if you want to use this, I mean, like, abroad, then yeah, you can say that, like, you know, anything, all the available e-hailing companies in the market. Okay, any other questions? No. Okay, if no, thank you very much, Group 2. Maybe we can we can continue with Group 3.
All right, doctor, can see the screen?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, good afternoon, doctor and everyone. Our plan is black box tracking. So our value proportion is risk reduction, and then easy to get help. And then it's one of the new product to the market. Another one is can easily get the data recorded and easily tracking. And then is car manufacturer usually use it. And our customer that we targeted first is car manufacturer. But once it will be a success, we move on to the two-wheeler manufacturer, heavy duty truck manufacturer, bus manufacturers. And then customer relationship we usually show through reviews and feedback system. And then our key partners are government, for example, our Minister of Transport, Minister of Science and Technology and Innovation, Minister of Communication and Multimedia, and Minister of Health. And then beside that, we also use approach government agency just as police and JPJ, and also our supplier like electronical. They are the ones supply us the electronical chips to do the device, and then our retailers finally is our retailers. And then our key activities are more to product development, marketing and selling, business development, and research and development on toward to the product. Our key resources are buildings, valuable stuff just as electronics, computer software, customer service, production line, HR department, quality check department, and intellectual property. The channel that we use to communicate with our customers are more to our own company website, and beside that we use TV and social media to advertising. And then our cost structures are salary, tax, equipments, logistic, insurance, building expansions, communication, research and development costs, and also development costs, website creating costs, and intellectual property. And then our revenue stream more to product sales, and then the final is repair and manufacture service fees to the customer. That's all. Thank you. Doctor is new.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you very much, Navan Iswaran.
Okay, thank
So
you.
I have a few questions.
Okay.
Can you scroll down a little bit? Okay. Here at the key resources. So look at key resources,
Okay.
and then building means like you need the whole building, or how? Is it like only one small office? That one thing.
Building is consists of two. One is like production place, another one for office.
You
The
mean
main
the
is
warehouse?
one. It's like a company have an office with a production line with itself.
A warehouse, is it?
Something like that.
Okay. And then how about number? Because your number is redundant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Shit,
4, 5.
sorry.
What does it mean by HR department?
Okay, HR department more to our workers. We have a staff to handle the things all. So for that, we have like HR department to handle our employees.
Or because when you say about key resources, so this is like the resource that you need the worker. So it is, if you put worker, that is more clear than you put HR department, because you don't need,
Okay.
you don't need that the whole department kind of things. Okay.
Okay.
And same goes to quality check department. So you need the department, or you need the, because it's a little bit confusing. But I think
Okay.
I understand what you mean. But the way you put it there is not really, it's not self-explanatory.
So how should I need to stated that thing?
Okay, let's say you need the quality check because your product, right? I mean, like before you launch your product, so you need to be at the standard that you
Yeah.
required. So,
Yeah.
so the resources you just need the quality control. You just said quality control, so means like uh, the whole package of the people are
Okay.
doing it, and the equipment and everything. So it's not
Okay.
the part.
Okay.
And then okay, and yeah, can you explain how the supplier
What?
starts? Sorry, wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just put like a
Yeah.
5 minutes for you to present, and then the alarm is off. Okay. You put supplier as one of your key partners. Could you explain on that?
Because for us we need do the device, so we need some like electronic component like sensors, our whatever the electrical components to come out the final product. So we need the supplier to sell the electrical chips and then the compartment, so that we can do our device, so that we can send to the customers.
So in other words, like you need this like electronic chips, you need to buy from your supplier.
Yeah.
So if you buy them, means like you should put it as key resources.
Okay.
So because that is like the materials, the material that you need.
Okay.
But the suppliers is not like doing like promoting everything, they become, key partners, like this is your partners that can promote the values, and then try to create impact to your company as well. It's not just they couldn't be bothered whether you are successful or not successful, you are generating profit or not. So if you just like for them, like you need you need the equipment, you buy from them, and then they just like that. I mean, like
Okay.
they don't become your key partners.
Okay.
I think I open to others if you have any questions. Okay, we have question from Cho Pin. How if customer don't want to give reviews and feedback to you, then how can you have the relationship with customer?
What? Can hear it, doctor.
You can read it from the chat. Okay, I just read it out for you. Okay, how if the customer don't want to give reviews and feedback to you, then how can you have the relationship with the customer?
Okay, our customer is one is car manufacturer and another one is our government agencies. They are main customers. The person who bought the car, they are never involved in this, so that whenever happen any accidents or whatever, so that it will be useful for the government agency like the JPJ and the police to retrieve the data for further investigation for them. From that, we get because we give the system is handled by the government agency, but the device is we deliver to the car manufacturer or any vehicle manufacturers. So they are just put it in their cars. So once the supplier once the buyer bought a car, there's unfortunately have accidents, so that the JPJ, the police can retrieve this data. So from that we know the feedback, how the system is work from that thing. I think so. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I can uh, add another question on top of that. Because when you put review feedback system as customer relationship, it is not strong enough for you to retain your customer. You get what I mean? Because like
Okay.
as the friend asked, and then some more, this is just a review and feedback, and then did you respond to that, and then how is that? Because if you look from the example that I show you, so one of the best customer relationship to maintain the relationship is customer care. It is the same
Yeah.
system. They just ask for the review and feedback system, but then because they have the care, means like they will entertain you as well. So means like if you have any problem, then they will you call them, and then they will respond. So this is what they call it as customer care. Because if you just suggesting review feedback system, it doesn't really, it's not. I'm not confident that you can sustain the relationship between you
Okay.
and you understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes, okay, let's say you put yourself as a customer. What makes you want to use this again and again?
Mm, it's not like I'm used again. This how to tell is like we first like we pitching with the government. That's why we put the governments there. So once the government like they are okay. They are need this system, so they are implement that every manufacturer need have this device in the car. That mean the new car coming out, so the device is in their cars. So that at the same time, um, whenever happen accidents only we can retrieve the data, and as there's no any accident means we still the data will be collected, but we never use those data, we never retrieve any data from that. We just
So
keep it in a cloud system.
okay,
Yeah.
so this is like black box tracking. So let's say if okay, yeah, you are right. But then how to make sure that people um make this as compulsory. I know because you're using the government and so on. So then uh yeah, yeah, it's kind of like tricky when uh, because you're targeting the whole I mean like car manufacturers and then all the car or whatever build must have this system.
Yeah.
So what if the car manufacturer doesn't want this?
That's why we first approach the government, so that once the government like compulsory this device to the compulsory need this device to every car, so that at the same time the government can give like subsidize for the manufacturer about to the devices for the device, something like that.
Okay. So I think that thing like subsidization. So this is kind of, because now the customer, let's say the customer is the car manufacturer. So if they don't get anything, they don't want to get from you. So when you start doing this black box tracking, okay, there must be another competitors, for example, like another startup creating the same black box, but
Okay.
they put it different names, and then they also
Okay.
pitch the same thing. Then the car manufacturers, they have options like whether to go to your startup, your company, or another company. So what makes you can offer that they won't go to another company? Because this is like in real world, okay, ideal world, you will say that you are the only one can provide black box tracking. But then
Okay.
in reality, when you come up with this idea, there will be like lots of people start coming up with the same idea, like maybe they put the different name, but then having the same function. Because um normally the government, if they have, because they worried that you cannot supply through all Malaysia, for example, like
Yeah.
this is very, you must have like a massive production. So they might
Okay.
like start another company as well. So the question is, you can start thinking of this kind of strategy, how you want to ensure that most of the car manufacturer will come to you but not to your company.
Mm, in my opinion, I think our device will be always in the focusing on research and development. We like that mean whatever profit we earn, we allocated more to research and development, so we get the device even more better by that. And then that's all I think. I have no idea about this. Sorry, sir.
Okay, when you can think. But never mind, this is only your what we call it is training during this session. Don't worry, because later when
Okay.
you submit your proposal and then you learn about the product from Apple, and then it helps you a lot of things that you can think. But just think that way. So I mean, like, not only this group, so other group as well. Don't think that you are the only one uh, uh, providing solution to the real problem. There are lots of competitors out there also providing the same solution. But now you start to think what make you more impressive than other competitors. That start to think. So whatever things that you are going to do, so you just think that way. So okay, I want to provide this, for example, apps as a solution for this problem. But then think again, they could probably another company doing the same thing. What makes you better than them? So that will then
Okay.
to do whatever things we call it as winning proposal. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
All
You have
right.
a
Thank you,
response
sir.
from group three. Okay, and then last, can we hear from group four?
Okay, good afternoon, doctor and everyone. So I'm Payun from Group 4. So now my partner Lin Shen is presenting the slide. Everyone can see, right?
Yes, we can see it.
Can hear my voice clearly?
Yes, very clear.
Yeah, okay. So now I'm going to start. First of all, I would like to introduce to everyone first what our group want to give to the customer. Actually, we want to develop an app or a systems like video call, same like our normal call, the phone call like normal call, no need the internet connection. So we intend to develop a system that can have the video call to everyone without the internet connection. And also we want to gather all the service available in Malaysia and then to give the benefits to all the Malaysians. So I'm going to start with the key partner first. First of all, there is a mistake at the first key partner. It should be KPI Soft Sendirian Berhad SDNBHD. There is another soft KPI Soft Sendirian Berhad. This is actually the developers of the My Sejahtera apps. So first of all, we would like to approach to the KPI Soft Sendirian Berhad in order for us to install our system into the My Sejahtera apps for everyone. Then the second one will be the MKN, Majlis Keselamatan Negara, because we are dealing with the My Sejahtera apps, and now due to the COVID-19, I think we should have improved, we should go and approach the MKN as our key partner also, because what we develop is actually can benefit to all the COVID-19 patients and also the close contact person like that. So we need to approach to the MKN as our key partner so they can help us to promote our apps also. Okay, so the third one will be the JPJ, Jabatan Pengangkutan Jalan. Why we want to collaborate with JPJ is because our system is actually can help the accident victims very well because they will have the video call system. So everyone, all the department that can give help to the accident victims who are like the policemen or that the paramedics or that they will know the real situation there. So the Jabatan Pengangkutan Jalan will be important because they will deal with the policemen, the root condition, all that. So they can know very well. So that's why we need to have the key partners with them. Then the fourth one will be the MERS 999, which is the Malaysia Emergency Response Service. This one, they have 5 categories in that. This one, we want to give the benefits to all the Malaysian because we want the emergency call is not only call, but it is a video call. So everyone can know the restriction, and the one who are calling, they can see the who take up the call, they can see that face expression, all that. So the instruction can be very clear and the help can give them very instantly. So this is our intention to collaborate with MERS 999. Then the fifth one is the Ministry of Health, because we want to bring in all the services provided by the MOH, become a one-stop system in this My Sejahtera app, so we can benefit all the Malaysian. Then the sixth is the Mark Wu, who is the country head of Google Malaysia. This one, why we need to collaborate or why need to find this guy because he is the one who in charge for the Google Malaysia. From there, we can have the service of the Waze and Google Maps. So this suit with our system, our apps, because we want our customer to know the route accident, not only route accident, but the route situations, and also we can track their speed of the car, and then they can know what they can do from for the first reaction of when something happened to them. So this will be good for us to have the technical support from the Google Malaysia. So that's why, because we aim at the Malaysia, so we first approach to the country head of Google Malaysia first. Then the seventh will be the Suruhanjaya Komunikasi Multimedia Malaysia, SKMM. Why we need to have partner with them is because we would like this, our system will be available in all the Malaysia, is either in the urban or rural areas. So that this SKMM is important because they can give us the better coverage of the internet connection. Even if we want to develop an app which can call without internet connection, but we also need the coverage of the not coverage of the call, so that every area in Malaysia can be able to use our system. So that's why we need to collaborate with the SKMM instead of we go and find the small company like Telcom, Telecom, or that. So we go and find the big one first, which is the SKMM. So these are our key partners we would like to work with. And now we move on to the key activities. So the key activities for ours is we want to promote through the social media. Of course, we will use the Facebook, Instagram, or the TikTok. We will promote our apps. Then the educational programs to the public, just like what I have talked just now, because we have the collaboration with MOH. So of course, we will have the service given by the MOH, like the physiotherapy service, the dietitians, and then the first aid practitioners, all that. Inside this one also, since we are promote also for they can see the road condition, all that. So maybe they need some educational program, like they want to know about the traffic sign, all that. So people who you are using our system, this one, they can also go and have this educational program. So the third one will be the educational poster. So if they don't want to have the program, we can give them the poster to tell them what they should do, and then what are they going to react during the emergency time. Yeah. So the fourth is the consultation. Of course, we will give them the consultation because we are having the tele physio or the tele rehab. Everyone can just call in and then we can give them the advice for the consultation. And the fifth is the healthcare service. We will give them the services, the tele rehab, or then they can have this. So these are the key activities. Now we move on to the value proposition. So our system or this app is actually convenient to everyone because we will be collaborate with the MySejahtera apps, and now almost all Malaysians have already downloaded the apps. So it is very convenient to them, and this is just a new install system for them. So they can just like update the MySejahtera apps, then they can use it. The second one is the best safe route because they will know how's the route conditions, and then how's the situation, the weather of the day, so they can plan for a best safe route for themselves. And the third one is the safe speed provided. Safe speed provided because in our apps or our system, people will be able to know which is the speed they should have during when they are driving, all that. So they will be able to know the safe speed. And then the fourth one is, of course,
Payun, time is running out. Can
yeah.
you just simplify everything? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they can contact to the authorities very well. Now I move on to, I think I move on to just go to the revenue stream and the cost structure. The cost structure, we need the startup cost is actually the asset because we need the computer and the internet connection to help us to develop the apps on the system. The fixed cost is we need the salary and the advertising cost is needed for us to promote this app. Then the revenue stream is we will gain the benefits from the subscription for our videos of educational programs from short therapy, dietitian, and etc. And then we will have the consultation fees from government because we are now admin for these apps to sell to the government and it will be widely used by the government. And third one, we will gain the advertisement fee from not only the government but the public also. We will open the advertisement place for the public to advertise also. So from there we can gain the benefits and the after sales service. Of course, once we install these apps that we develop, then we will have our after sales service. From there we can gain the benefits also. Yeah, so I think basically these are what our group presentation.
Okay, thank you very much, Cho Pei Yun. I think this is a very comprehensive and a very good presentation. Okay, I have one quick question. So, when you put the revenue stream, the number 4 after sales service means like they need to pay for the after sales service. I mean, is it correct? I mean, your customer need to pay for.
Yeah.
So, what kind of
Yeah.
after sales service that you are providing?
Because this one we are develop the video call services and we are actually collaborate with the government. So the government will pay for us, but not the customer who are using it. It's actually the after sales service for the government. Is there any problem with our apps? Then we can upgrade it, and then how we can improve the apps, make it more better. So that all costs also. So the government will pay for us lah.
Oh, okay.
Like we are giving the technical services to them.
Technical support, you mean?
Mm,
Okay.
yeah.
Is there any question from the floor? No question. Okay. I understand most of you want to promote to higher authority, like for the government. So maybe after this, how if okay, this business model. I mean like business model canvas. It's not fixed. Means like once you develop and then forever you will use this. No, actually when you into this business, okay, then you keep on like iteratively make it better by time. Let's say this is your first business model canvas, and then after 3 months you sit down and then look back and then you improve. There must be a lots of changes. So later maybe here you see all the Malaysians will be, I mean like Malaysian citizen as a, or maybe road usage as a customer. Maybe one day you can regenerate again and then how about if you put the government as your customer? So because whatever you do, you want to satisfy your customer. So whatever you do, you want to satisfy the government. So the government as the whole government can become your customer as well. So if you put that as a new business model, and then a little bit this and that has to be altered. Okay, so then this is like the exercise. If you understand business model canvas, and then it's easier for you to develop anything, regardless who will become your customer. So it doesn't matter. So then this is like a practice. Maybe later you can start to think about that. Okay, so I think thank you very much for all presentation. So I think you at least have idea how to create business model canvas, and then you have experience and then try create your head and put all the points there, this and that. If there's no right and wrong, but there must be there. If I said there's no right and wrong, means like not everything will be right. I mean, the terminology you need to, redo again, because sometimes it doesn't sound right, even though we understand what you mean. But then when you put it there, it doesn't sound right. So that this kind of thing that you need to. That's why every month you can renew your business model canvas. And for your information, we don't expose this business model canvas. This is for your own self-keeping. So when people ask you, then you go back and then see, or if your business is not doing well, no progression, and then you want to plan for a new growth for your business, look back at your business model canvas and then redo again. So by doing that, then you can improve. Okay, so I think we have done with business model canvas, and then now it's almost 4 o'clock. So I have like another last session. It's about pitch deck. Okay, so this is like a very quick lecture. I think it's about maybe 1 hour. I try to finish it within 1 hour. So just bear with me. Allow me to share my slide. Okay, so this is will be very quick. So can you guys see my slides? You can see, right?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Okay, so I just give like a very quick what you have to do after this. So you have to come up with a proposal. So you will go next week. If I'm not mistaken, next week you have another course with Active UKM. So they will introduce you about Apple product, and then how this product can help in daily life and things and that. And then you have to come up with your proposal, how you can utilize it to do in business. You can venture into business. Means like the idea to solve a problem. So and then they will call you for pitch, and then you need to deliver pitch, your business pitch. And then this is what my advice that you can use. Okay, first you have to understand what is pitch deck. So pitch deck is a brief presentation to provide your audience with a quick overview of your business plan. Okay, so means like what you have now, what you have presented now was the whole entire business plan. But this is like a quick overview how you want to do it. Okay, so just stay with me. I will explain. A pitch is often a time presentation that seeks to provide a message that influences or encourages an active response from its intended audience. Okay, so normally pitch presentation, so it's only involved 3 minutes. So 3 minutes is actually ample time. It's enough time for you to deliver all what you want to deliver. Okay, so it requires effective storytelling, persuasion, and form of communication that's concise but informative. Okay, so the type of pitches. So presentation pitch. Okay, first is presentation pitch. So this is you are telling about who you are and what you do. Okay, so it's all about your product and then what this product can benefit you. Okay, so this is presentation pitch we call. And then second is investment pitch. Investment pitch is like you are presenting your business idea in front of investor. Means like this is for funding purpose. So you want to get funding. So this is like the time. So what the difference between presentation pitch and investment pitch? So this is the same. Uh, you are telling who you are, and then with the element of how we will grow together. Because investor, when they fund some money, they inject some money into your business, and then they want to know how you can grow as a startup or as an entrepreneur, and then how he can get profit out of it. Okay, and then how they can help and what they can get in return. So this is like the difference. So you just add on the element that look, we are gaining profit, and then this is what you will get later. Okay, so how long to pitch? So they have like a small, very short pitch. We call it as elevator pitch. It's 30 seconds to 1 minute. So this is or another thing people will call it as first liner. So it's just like you telling who you are, and then what are you doing, and then what are you developing or what are you creating, and then for whom you are creating, and then what is the impact that you are creating. So only that one sentence, and it less than 1 minute. Okay, and then competition pitch normally is about 3 to 5 minutes, but most of the time when I went to any other competition, they're having it 3 minutes. Okay, investor pitch, so it can be up to 20 minutes or maybe 1 hour. The pitch is only 3 minutes, but then later they will ask question and answer all the question, and then you have to provide answers until they're satisfied, and then at the end they will say that they will invest in you or not. Okay, that will be up to 20 minutes or more. Okay, so how you want to prepare your pitch? So this is the structure. So first we call it the hook. Okay, and then followed by the problem, and then the solution that you are going to highlight, and then what is your unique proposition, and then the business model, and then competitive analysis, and then the game plan, and then the team, and then last your ask. Okay, you want to ask something, you want to request for funding. Okay, so if you put all these nine, okay, it could be like only 9 slides, it could be more, but again when you put all together, so it cannot be more than 3 minutes. Okay, and then if you want to divide 1 slide per minute or whatever, sometimes you can do that way. Sometimes it's not accurate because like one slide maybe 1 second, and then another slide require more wording or more explanation, so it is not like equally divided. Okay, now let's look into the slides. Okay, first is the hook. So this is the first slide presentation that you have to put it in your presentation. So first slide to be seen. So you have to capture the audience attention. If your slide cannot capture audience attention, means like they will not concentrate on the other things. So because the first impression is very, very important. It's super important. So this is a very, you need to nail this. Okay, set the interest to know more, and then set the tone, mood of the pitch. Okay, look, this is example. So first presentation, you put this slide. Okay, and then you can put wording there, for example like this. Okay, look at this picture. So you start with, do you know how many kids are suffering from hunger? And then just pause a little bit. So this is like people look at this picture, and then people start to realize, okay, yeah, this is like very sad story, but this is real. Okay, or maybe you can do like this. So you put this picture, and then you say, do I deserve this? So means like you try to put the audience as a life, as a turtle. Okay, so this is interesting. And then you see this picture, people like just throw unused net for fishing, and then now it become trouble to the species in the ocean. Okay, or maybe you can just no wording, just okay, you can put like this. Okay, so this is a little bit funny, so that's why it's very important when you adjust your tone at the beginning of your presentation. Not everything should start with sad. Sometimes you could start with happy, but this is funny. So would you do this? So this is something like, because you want to introduce something related. Okay, you have to remember all the picture you put as a hook must be related to overall of your project. Like if you are designing what you have done right now, I mean apps for to avoid accident, so then you can put accident picture, just only one picture, no wording, no caption, you explain. Okay, you can do like that. Okay, or maybe no caption at all, just a picture. So this is like a pitch from one group, so they are introducing a detergent, okay, to use for laundry. Okay, so you see this is like this is how it feels when you finish your laundry, so it's a happy moment. Okay, some people don't get this message, they feel like, what is happening, is it like something wrong? Some people say, oh, this is like enjoyable moment to be shared. Okay, and then this is one of my the group students group, they use this. So they are promoting like scented candle, but they use this, don't you want to be relaxed like this after a tiring day? So you can start like this as well. Okay, so remember, this is all the hook. You can be more creative than us. So when you want to pitch your presentation, you start hook with your audience, like putting more emotion in your first slide of presentation. Okay, what about second slide? Second slide is the problem. So state the problem simply and clearly. How do you know it is a problem? What happened if it is not solved? Why do you want to solve it? So you have to answer all these things. So all the answer, okay, this is kind of question that I can trigger for this slide. So okay, let's say, okay, I want to prepare a second slide, the problem. What should I put? Okay, so if you don't know how to put, you just read this. How do you know this is a problem? If you have the answer, then the answer will be in your slide. Okay, what happened if this is not solved? Then you put it in your slide. Okay, I give you an example. Okay, so this is like what I want to highlight. So the problem is plastic packaging pollution. And then you can start with statistic like this. 16.78 kilogram per person consuming plastic packaging, and this is will end up at our landfills. Okay, and in fact, Malaysia is the highest plastic usage in Southeast Asia. You know, you want to express how crucial this problem is. Because you first, you already hook the audience, and then second, you want to have their attention. Look, this is like the biggest problem that I can solve. Okay, you want to wow the audience. So this is how you're supposed to do. Okay, and then, or other, this is another example. Okay, one of my students project, they they're doing this board games to for school children, so that they can eat vegetable and fruits. Okay, so they start with the problem is 80% of Malaysian children did not meet their daily requirement for fruit and vegetable intakes. So you can use a statistic, you can use any references, but you cannot put it in lengthy. The best way is put illustration like this. Okay, and then give all the facts that you see this problem is a real problem. You are not creating this problem. So if I don't solve this problem, then it will become, the number become more and more serious and severe. Okay, this is another problem. You also can put newspaper cutting or any articles as a proof. Okay, so the problem is single mother from B40 community struggling to live a life with lack of job opportunity. Okay, and then you put all this newspaper cutting. Okay, so then this is can it can be very convincing as well. Okay, and then like this is another example. So the problem is to increase number the problem is increased number of mud rampage flooding KL city on weekend nights, creating fear among tourists. Okay, and then with newspaper cutting, so this is like the real problem that they want to solve. Okay, and then don't worry, all the example that I put is all from the real pitch presentation, and some of it like I did it, and then some of it from my students, and most of them they win all this kind of competition. So this is I can be proud of. So that's why it is I mean, like if you use this trick, it can help you a lot in boost your confidence while presenting. Okay, and then third slide, what would you do? Okay, this is the solution. After you put up the problem, and then you have to come up with solution. State the solution is simply and clearly. Okay, if you don't know how to state it, so just answer all this problem. How does the solution solve the problem? How do you know the solution will solve the problem? And what happened to the problem when the solution is implemented? Is it really solved? Is it not? Okay, then you have to explain that. This is the solution for the game board. Okay, so they just put the picture, and then they call it as Galaxy Warrior board game. Okay, they said our solution is learning through playing is effective. We believe in that, and it can reduce children exposure to electronic gadget screen. By doing this, the student will get together, not only watching the screen, and then they can start playing. So this kind of thing that you provide. Okay, so this your solution. Or maybe this is like for the B40 community single mother. So they want to provide a solution for single mother. We educate single mother in B40 community about urban farming through aquaponic and fertigation. So we empower single mother in B40 community to create methods for sustainable income. So you see this kind of problem, this kind of solution that you provide is related to the problem that you bring up. Okay, and then this is Mat Rempit for the solution. So empowering Mat Rempit to participate in tourism industry as a professional tour guide and provide a safe and fun attractive night tour around KL City. So this is another solution. This is actually apps. Okay, they want to promote to solve how to solve the problem that Mat Rempit flooding KL City over the weekend. So this is one of the solution. Okay, and then next, the fourth slide. So this is your unique proposition. Okay, what makes you different from others? So you state it. Okay, so what makes your solution unique? Why you are different from others? How does this uniqueness give you an advantage? So if you have all the answer, then you put it in a slide. Okay, so for example, this is like one of the project. So the unique proposition, okay, so the features, okay, from your features you understand better, so then you want to highlight that, so you put it here. Okay, or like this. Okay, for the urban farming. Okay, so it is fun with urban farming, and then the value that we want to propose, I mean the uniqueness is we educate, we empower, and we equip. Okay, and then if you have novelty, then you can put it there. You can put a lot of fun fact about this, the uniqueness, why it difference. Okay, and then same goes to this. Okay, for the Rempit issues, so they provide convenient, hassle-free, fun, attractive night city tour ride. So this is like one project, they call it as Rempit tour. Okay, they educate Mat Rempit to do, I mean like to participate in tourism industry. Okay, and then next, the fifth slide. The fifth slide is only one slide. It's not only one slide. You can provide more than one, maybe two or three. But it depends. Don't be too lengthy, or else like you will never finish within 3 minutes. Okay, the business model. The business model can be anything. Anything from BMC, what you have learned just now. You know, you have that 9 blocks. You can put anything that you make you feel comfortable to share. Okay, it could be revenue model, revenue stream. It could be marketing strategy. It could be market size, customer segment, target attraction, and maybe you can put like key partners. Okay, and then show the supply chain visually. Means like if this is like production, the investors really look forward into how you make this production. Okay, so show them. And then how do you generate income? This is the most popular question. They will keep on asking. If you don't put in your presentation, they will ask, how do you generate profit? Okay, so that's why you pick, select whatever things that you think is important and you're comfortable to share. Okay, don't worry, during this pitching, if you cannot explain everything, you cannot provide everything in your slide, they will ask questions. So don't take it like if they ask question, they want to attack you. No, it never be that way. So when they ask question, means like you did not provide the information during your 3-minute presentation, because they understand time restriction. You cannot do everything. So then they will come with that question. Okay, don't worry about that. But if you have business model canvas in mind, it's easy for you to answer all this question. Okay, so how big is the total market? How much total market are you targeting? So you can add visual or statistic or simple information. Okay, look at this picture. So this is the revenue model they want to share from the business model. So they just want to say, okay, look, this is how we generate profit. Okay, and then like this you can do like this as well. So the so for my project, so I just highlight how we earn income. Okay, so we do home garden, and then we do education, and then we supply to the restaurant, just only pictures. Okay, and then we can have like a beautiful garden in a park, and then we allow people to visit, but we put they have to pay when you enter the garden and so on for educational purpose. Or maybe like this, okay, so this is road tour. They can do not only bringing you from point A to point B, but they also being trained to use as a videographer and also the photographer. You don't need to bring your camera with you. They just help you and you have to pay. So you see, this is most of the time when I go to all the pitch competition, most of the presenter during this business model, they will straight away focus on their revenue model, how they get money. Okay, some of the group, they can also say about the marketing plan. So let's say this is a marketing strategy, this is what we do from now until then. Okay, and then the target, okay, who are they targeting, so you can do this as well in the business model slide. Okay, it's like this. Okay, so that's why I said it's not only one slide for this business model, you can do two. First, you put the revenue model. Second is the market size and our target. How are we targeting this? It's progressively increasing. Okay, and then for Galaxy Warrior, they put partnership because they want to highlight, because it is not easy to get partners with a big company, for example. Then when you manage to get it, then why not you proud and telling them this. Can I stop for a while, just take like 2 minutes break? Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Okay, so just I have another things. Okay, so let's focus. Continue with this. Okay, so you can put partnership as your one of the business model as well. So if you have like a very strategic partnership, you know, because sometimes it's not easy to get partnership, but then when you get it, so you're very proud of it, you want to share, then you can do that. Okay, and then, okay, if you done pilot test, for example, so then you can say that I have done a pilot test for my product. Okay, and then if you say that you have done the pilot test, you have to show the result because they look forward. Okay, you said you have done pilot test and what's the result? Okay, so this is the example. They did the pilot test and then they give the result, okay, to show that how convincing this project and then how it can really when we launch into we venture into business and it really make money. Okay, so this is you can do. Okay, and then this is the result, like you know, they do the go to market survey and then get the feedback, and then this is the end result. Okay, and then next slide will be competitor analysis. Okay, competitor analysis is very important. For example, like if you pitch your idea, your business in front of investor, they want to pump in money, they want to give money to you, but they have to understand who will be your competitors, because who will, I mean, like who is the challenges that they need to face, because you want to earn profit this much, but then because of this the other competitor, then you cannot get that profit. So this is they want to understand. If the competitor out there, there are so many, and then and very powerful competitors, and then it is very slim the chance for you to get investment. Okay, so but then again, you must have you know, you can think of what is your strategy to tackle this issue. Okay, so how to prepare this slide? So you can start to think, who are your competitor? What advantages do you have over your competitors? You have to highlight that, and then you have to do your research and then add visual or statistic if necessary. You don't need to put all in words. Okay, you can make it very visually attractive. Okay, this is example. So the Galaxy Warriors, so they put, this is all the point that they want to highlight, invented by expert in related field. So this is can highlight Galaxy Warrior compared to SPM Games and Hasbro. Okay, because they are like anyone can create the games, but Galaxy Warrior is invented by dietitian. Okay, and then other things that you want to highlight, you can highlight as well. Okay, and then this is another example. So then you can put normally we don't really put the price comparison, okay, because price is very fluctuate, it's not fixed. But if you put, you compare the values, that will be more meaningful. Or if you don't like to do it in table matrix table, you can do this. Okay, so this is like another form of matrix. So like I put it less expensive, more expensive, I mean like the price versus the conveniences. Okay, so if you don't have many points, okay, if you have many points you want to highlight, you can do this way. Okay, you can do all this table. But if you don't have many points you want to highlight but very significant, you can do this way, and this is only two. Okay, and then you put all the logo of your competitors where they should be positioned. Okay, and then this is another example. Okay, the price and then the social mission and the profit. Okay, so this is where it tabulated. So there will be no right and wrong in preparing this, but as long as it is clear, and then the investors can, you know, understand, that will be the best. Okay, next, we're almost towards the end of the session. So number 7 is the game plan. So the game plan is, what is your plan in the future? The investors really want to know what is one immediate things that need to be done. include some indicators of date or duration. It's like a timeline, and then add visual to make it appealing. So this is how you can prepare. I give you example. Okay, so you can put game plan as a title, or maybe whatever things that more attractive, like how it works. Okay, so you can put that way. So starting from the timeline, what is the first, second, third until the end. Okay, or maybe to make it very specific, like you have the date. Okay, so like this. Okay, or maybe you can put like this, just roughly. But the best if you put infographic. I mean, like there is a picture, then people will get more attracted to the pictures. Okay, rather than reading all the statement. Okay, so based depending on your creativity, so be creative when creating something, because you are the one who presenting it, so you want people to look at the point, and also you want to attract more attention, so then you have to do this. Okay, and then second last is the team. So who are in your team? Okay, the investors really want to know. Is there any expert in the team? Is there no expert? And then this is all involved. I mean, like when investor want to invest something, so they need to know about you and your company, you and your team, who is involved. Are have many expert in your team? Is it like only all students and so on? If student, do you have a mentor? Do you have a lecturer to guide you? So this is very important. And then what advantage do they bring to your enterprise, and then why them and not others? Because every single person is unique. If you put them in your team, you must have reason. Okay, so this is example. So let's say this only example, I did it for my one of my project that I pitch at one of the SE. Okay, and then this is like another example. So you can put like as long as they have picture and name, and then you can put anything as long as uh, people know what they are doing. Okay, like this you can put the experience as well, so people know. Oh, this is the last lady, Shafika Azlin, multimedia, so people know, oh, she will cover all the multimedia things, I mean, like designing and so on. So you can do this way as well. Okay, so like this. And then you can put this is one of my colleague. Okay, and then you can put designation as well, and then you can put what are they expert in, then you can share with others. Okay, and then the last one is the S. Okay, so this is you want to ask for money. If you start to pitch in front of investors, so you are looking for funding opportunity. Okay, so state what you want simply and clearly. So what are you asking for, why, what do you need it for, and when do you need it? Okay, so I give you example. Okay, so like this is one of the example. They said current progress is prototyping, and then the ask is about 20,000. So we are looking for 20,000 seed fund to move on and to launch this product. This is for example. Or you can do like this. It's very self-explanatory, means like you put it like percentage. So like you ask for 75,000, and then where the money goes, I mean, like how will you allocate the money? From that 75,000, 56% will go for the material and asset, and then 28% for expenses, and 16% for the apps development. So you can do this way as well. Okay, or maybe like this. This is like straight away. So I'm not really recommended. This is not recommended. I do not recommend this for if you want to do this like lump sum, because they want to see. Normally they will ask if you put like this. They will ask later. So if I give you 300,000, so how would you spend the money? So then you have to justify. But if you put like this, then they won't ask much about how do you spend the money. Okay, they will look at it, and then yes, this is like the way what you want to do, and they expect they respect your decision. Okay, and then same goes to this. So for me myself, according to my experience, if they ask me to do pitch deck, and then this is I will prepare about the ask. I will use like this, not necessary you have to do donut shape. You can use like round shape, whatever shape you want. Okay, this is only, I mean, like what I'm asking you, if you want to do like this means like you have tabulated, I mean, like allocate all the money with how much will you spend it. If you can spell the amount, that will be better. Okay. And okay, so that's all 9 topic that you need to include in your pitch presentation. So then how to start? Okay, so develop your story. So you have to remember the what. Okay, means like starting from the beginning, middle, and the end. So beginning is set tone for the value found with your solution, means like starting from the hook. So this is the first tone that you want to start. If it is happy, then you have to start with happy tone. If it is sad, and then you change tone a little bit. Okay, not sad all the time, but from the beginning, because you want to catch audience attention. And then at the middle is discussion, opportunity for growth, and current traction, means like the details and everything. And then last at the end is the ask, the offer, the deal. So this is how you land your presentation. Okay, and then when we talk about the how, okay, so this is how you can do your pitch. Okay, so identify someone in the team that who can speak on your behalf, someone who can, can speak better. So if you have that opportunity, you have that luxury, then you can do that. If not, then you have to practice and practice. Okay, remember, practice and pace, time, breath, and then pause. You cannot like make it, you have to be comfortable. Okay, and then have strong visuals, make eye contact, and then project your voice, and then mark the room or stage. Okay, so this one, if you do it face to face, like you in front of audience, like in a hall, and then you cannot just only look at one place. So you have to divert your attention a little bit. You have to first look at the back of the stage, and then look front, and then look a little bit left and right, means like not like quickly change your position. No, I mean, like it's naturally, like first you talk like this, and then next you just highlight that way, and then a little bit that way, and then go straight to the center. So this is how you can mark the room, and then where to see, and this is like the best way to do presentation. Okay, and then it's a little bit info about educated entrepreneur and curious investor. So this is what, if you are an educated entrepreneur, this is what you do. So do research on the investors, their need, and their competitors. For example, you are going to present in front of investor, you already studied about the investors background a little bit. What are they inclined into, and then what do they like, what do they normally invest in. So do research, and then know your business in and out. Okay, I mean, like every single question, you know the answer. Okay, and then understand your market as well, and then have objective evidence over subjective evidence on the viability and desirability of your business. So means like if you have facts, okay, for example, if you want to say about cancer patient, then you have the statistic, at least not only every single statistic, but common statistic. In Malaysia, the death, okay, due to cancer, how many percentage? Okay, so then you they expect you to know, basic things about the facts on what you are doing. Okay, and then understand the gravity of your ask and the subsequent return. So you have to remember, when you ask something for funding, it has to be logical. So if, because they know the money will you, is it worth spent or not. Okay, so that's why it's very important for you to understand, okay, the gravity. Let's say you don't simply request for 100,000 if you just only want to do, a small thing that only required like 50K, but you ask for, let's say, 200K. So this is like too much. Okay, and then how about investor side? Okay, so first what they want to know, because they're curious about so many things, they want to know how big is their market. So what the potential of high growth? So whether if they invest in you, they can grow together or not. Okay, and then what's my return? What did I get back? Is it like how long? Is it like after 1 year I will get back all my money, or is it like takes like 5 years, or is it 10 years? Is it worth to invest at the moment? This is what they want to know. Okay, by according to your experience, you don't need to say, okay, look, within 3 years I will guarantee you will get back your money. We will never say that. So because you just say the projection, the traction. Let's say you are targeting a working mother in KL. So statistically, there are 2 million working mothers in KL. But during my first 3 months after I launched this product, I'm targeting 1% of them. So 1% from 2 million is how much? How many? Then let's say 1% of 2 million, is it like 200,000? Okay, so 200 working mom. Okay, and then after the next 6 months, so are you going to expand? Is it like you are going beyond that outside KL, or maybe you want to increase the numbers? Is it like from 1% to 5%? So this is your strategy, because from that then they will know, the investor will know when they will get back their return. Okay, you don't need to tell them, but you just do your own presentation. Okay, so and then next, do they have a good team to manage business growth? So that's why you have to have slide about your teammates. Okay, who are they? Because they want to see, is there any expert in there? Okay, because they want to know whether your business can go, is sustainable or not. And then what do they know or don't know about the industry? So this is what the investors really curious. If you study the market, you know about the simple statistic about your research, then they understand that you really passionate about what you are doing, and in fact you know about the industry a little bit of it. Okay, and then they will keep on asking themselves, am I a good fit? Are they a good fit? Am I like worth spending my I mean like invest in your company? Are they will give benefit to me? So this is another thing they are really curious as well. So for example, like if they really interested to fund in education, but you are in the health sector, so if they say like, okay, I want to change, is it, am I a good fit? Is it like worth for me to change? Because my expertise is only in education, so I have no, I mean like, I don't know if I invest there, it's very risky. I don't know the market, and then I could, I could lose a lot. So but then if you can convince them, you can change people's minds. Okay, so that is like very powerful presentation. Okay, and then before I end this presentation, so this is the things that you need to include. So remember, when you prepare your pitch presentation, you must have all these items. So first, the hook. Okay, remember how you want to attract your first impression, attract the audience. And then second, you highlight the problem. And then next, you provide solution. And then next, your unique proposition. And then followed by business model. And then number 6, who will become your competitors, and then what is your game plan, and then who is your team members, and then last, the funding request. Okay, so include all this in your business pitching competition presentation. So when you enter competition, they ask you to pitch about business pitching, so you have to include all these element. Okay, and then trust me, if you follow this guideline and then you do very well, very nice presentation, trust me, you will get something. Okay. Okay, so in conclusion, so to become a very good business plan pitch presenter, so you have to understand your business inside out, and then how you can grow. Okay, and then you have to start to develop a story, and then you have to know your audience and know your pitch. Okay, because this is what they will ask later. And then you need to practice your presentation, even though you have been pitching like all over throughout this year, but then again, it doesn't mean that you will get that confidence if you not practice. Okay, So take a feedback and then come back again. You can start practice in front of your friends, in front of your family members, get their feedback and then improve. And then last, follow up. If you you pitch for looking for investment, so then after that you can follow up as well. Okay, you can ask what's the result and so on. Okay, I think that's all from me. If you have any question, so you can ask me. Any questions? No questions? Okay, if no question, I think that's all from me. You get my email address. If you have any question, you can write to me. Hosheng, you want to ask question?
Yeah, I would like to ask, what if we don't have a team behind? So, what can we insert into the team? Because
Okay.
if we don't have a team behind, the whole thing will seems empty, right?
Okay. If you don't have the team, you're working in silo. Okay. So this is like not a good things to do. You know, I know because you comfortable to work alone, but the in front of investor it doesn't look good at all because
Mm.
you see like this. If you work alone and then I invest 50,000 ringgit to you to your company and you're working alone, what happen if you are dealing with crisis, for example, uh, nervous breakdown, or you have like something like you get sick. Then how can I, how can I get my money back? I mean, like how this company will go. So I just risk myself. So as long as, because team members is not only about you work in team, but for investor means like when they invest the money in you, they expect that within, and then you promise like 3 years and then get this and that, they will assume you won't stop for that long, that 3 years. So let's say if one of you gets sick or maybe unfortunate event happens, and then the other members can keep on going. You get what I mean? So this is how to convince them.
Mm.
If you don't have it, try to create it.
Then for us, is there any way that we can calculate how much is the minimum that we can ask? Like, are we targeting to use that to ask for an amount that is able to sustain us for like 1 year or half year? Is there any maximum limit for that?
Okay, so it depends on the, okay, when we talk about investment, okay, if you want to pitch in front of investor, there are different level of investment. So it is from the starting point. So starting point, they understand, okay, for example, like you came for we call it like a startup capital. Okay, so then they understand this is like very new company, and then you are a new startup, and then they don't expect much, but they expect the same result as well. So then you can go for, they will say, they don't really highlight the limits, but then they will understand you can normally initial capital is bigger than others because you already, you want to create something, you want to buy machine, you want to, you want to expand your growth. Okay, another trick, because this is from what we had listened to MTDC and so on. So they have they said, okay, when investor want to invest, they want to see it's not like you just completed or you just launched the product. Normally the product has been in the market, for example, like 1 year or maybe 3 months, 6 months, because they want to ensure that you are stable. Then they have guts to invest in you. Okay, they look at that way. Okay, but then before that maybe you can okay, then how can I start? I don't have money, how can I do this? So that's why you can apply for grant or maybe loan, but I don't recommend you to go for loan. There are lots of grant here and there, and then for example, if you use your saving, okay, your and then your family member funded you, and then after you get investment, you can start to pay back whatever things that you in debt. This is what normally people, I mean, in a startup do. Does it make sense? Does it answer your question?
Hmm. And then for investor wise, like say if the investor they agree to invest in this, so after that we have to deal with a lot of questions with the shares, etc. All that, right? Do we have to put it in the slides or that also?
No, okay. So that slide is only for 3 minutes. So let's say if they want to ask further question, so there will be like another session. Okay. So like what I mentioned just now, if they really, want to invest, and then before they do the due diligence that you need to write, and then disclosure here and there, and then sign everything, all the agreement. So they might invite you to come over to their place to explain again, and they will have like long conversation and long Q&A session, so because 3 minutes just now during the competition, they just meet you. Okay, they don't know much, but they're interested to know more. So maybe if they don't ask you to present, they just give a call later, and then about, okay, let's say if I give you this money, and then what will happen, and then how about this, how about the, if you get, you require 200,000, how if I give you only 100,000, how you can benefit from that, and and then they require like few information later, and then you can provide later. Is it helpful?
Hmm. Yeah, doctor. And then another question.
Yes.
Since we will be dealing with such issues, right? So inside the startup team, what kind of people do we actually need? Like those who are very, they know very well regarding the shares, etc. Do we need people like this in the startup team?
Okay, so about developing team members. Okay, developing team members, you must have someone who are very passionate as yourself. So, for example, you are founder of something, you want to do something, you want to create apps, for example. So you have to find someone who have the same interest, someone can share the same passion, and then someone can have, to start this thing going. Okay, about okay, but then I have like, okay, I give you a situation. You have like three another members want to join you, and they have the same passion. They really look forward into that. Okay, but then they don't have anything expert beyond your knowledge. For example, like you from physiotherapy program, right, Osheng?
Yeah.
Okay, so for example, all your friends, you are planning to run a business, create a startup doing a mobile physiotherapy, for example, and then all your team members, another two also physiotherapists. But then you want to design app as well, so they don't have that expertise designing apps. Then
Mm.
how? So are you going to recruit them as your team members, or do you need to find another team members that can expert in that? So it's all on you. So you can get these two members. It's not like if they don't have that passion, they just want to earn money, so you can recruit them as a worker. You get what I mean? But then your team members, you can get any expert different from different field as well. Or else you just stay with your the same background, but then if you need someone can create apps, so you need to pay them. I mean, like as a worker. But again, if you don't have other expert, there's another opportunity. There's another way to do it. This is what we call establishing. We call it advisory board. Okay, so for example, you and your team doing a mobile physiotherapy service, and then you have because you don't have expert, because you just like undergraduate students, and then you need someone who can advise you. Advisory board normally they are have a mutual agreement, kind of like they're helping you because they just want to help. Okay, so it could be from the expert, for example, like your professor in physiotherapy, one of the advisory board, and then one of the physician, one of the advisory board, and could be someone from engineer outside there. I mean, like practitioner, engineer will be one of the advisory board. So they can help you to, to run this business as well. They are not key partners, but they are advisory board. Do you understand that?
So for the advisory board, we'll have to pay them as well, right?
No. Advisory
Hmm?
board normally they are volunteer to help. because they are the advisory.
Oh.
For example, okay, you are starting your business, I mean like mobile physiotherapy services, and then you put Dr. Devinder and Dr. Azlin as your advisory board. You don't need to pay that, even though you generate income. But if you know, sometimes you have extra, you want to just give them a reward, something like that. That is different. But you don't pay their salary monthly and so on because they are not your worker. And when they joining you as an advisory board is based on their volunteerism because they can put that in their CV because they are helping a startup. You know, this is give advantage both ways. You get what I mean?
Mm.
Is there any more?
So there'll be, okay, understand. Okay, thank you, doctor.
Okay, no problem. Okay, since we run out of time, is it Avinash?
Yes, Dr. Akmal.
Okay, sorry for overrun the show. So maybe I pass it back to you.
Okay, sure, no problem. All right, so good evening everyone. So first of all, thanks a lot to pihak Sesmet untuk sudi spend masa 2 hari ni. It has been quite a long weekend for I think a lot of us. So thanks again kepada Dr. Akmal and team for this one, and I really hope that participants yang join hari ni, walaupun tak berapa ramai, but I really hope that everyone gets something because Dr. Akmal has been sharing a lot of interesting things throughout regarding BMCs and your project pitch and stuff like that, right? So really hope that everyone gains something and you guys will actually utilize whatever knowledge that you guys have gained in your proposal submission as the weeks to come, right? So I don't think there is anything else from me daripada pihak assessment. Is there anything else?
We can ask Cik Su.
I think tak ada apa-apa kot.
Okay. I think all clear. Okay.
All right, all clear. By the way, doctor, have you taken the picture for this evening?
No.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and do that first? So please join us on your cameras. Let's take a group photo before we wrap up our session about this evening. You sorry, Joey, would you like to take the picture?
Yes, sure.
All right,
On.
awesome. Thanks, Joey.
Okay. So guys, get ready. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on. So one more. 1, 2, 3. All right, done.
No freestyle, no freestyle.
Okay, one more. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, done.
All right, awesome. Thanks a lot, Joey. All right, so before we leave the meeting room for today, just a short reminder to the participants on what you can expect to undergo in the coming weeks, right? So, first thing first, you have already completed like a very important phase, which is the business knowledge segment, right? We have already completed that. The next would be we would actually notify you on when is our product knowledge workshops, right? So the product knowledge will be involving the iPad knowledge and stuff like that. And we also will have engagement with the industry partner, which will be Switch. So they will share things related to the business industry and several things related to that. And we also have another learning session regarding intellectual property by, if I'm not mistaken, Pusat Inovasi on the for the weeks to come. So the dates have not actually been finalized yet, but we will try to make it as flexible as possible to make sure as many people can join in our sessions. All right, so I think that is all from me. Thank you again everyone for joining. Maybe we can end the call right now. All right, thank you everyone. Thank you, Dr. Akmal. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay, no
Jisu.
problem.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you, everyone.